What's going on, everybody? Welcome into another episode of the Underground Runaround Podcast. This is episode 63. I'm your host, Brad Ross, back again with my co-host, Pav Daddy. We got Kenny down there doing God knows what. We haven't gotten much out of him so
Kenny's
far.
been quiet.
And my man over there on the East Coast, Mr. Keith Ferrancillo. What's going on, dude?
How you doing, buddy?
I don't know. Pav tried to do this thing last week, Sunday night, and everyone just left him on red. So we got it dialed in for Friday night, which is all right.
Yeah,
and
it works.
yeah, absolutely. Not a whole lot, man. It's been hockey mania this week.
Yeah.
This is probably, just right off the rip, we'll get right into it. It's probably the most anticipated release, at least for my store location, since we opened. So 7 months now. It has been an absolute madhouse, and I'm glad I got as much as I got because we're probably running out in the next couple days. But yeah, like going through cases of product a day, and that's just something we don't do. Like,
Yeah.
we don't do that sort of volume on foot in store here. So it's been nuts. The people just asking, calling about it, all the interest, all the inquiries. The Connor Bedard hype is insanely real in the card world, at least for now. Like, it's nuts.
Rightfully so. I think it's justified. You got these kids like once in a blue moon. As far as hype, it's this after McDavid. Like McDavid was the guy, and then after that, this is it. And all products aside, all sports. I'm a huge hockey fan, but I can't think of something that was this anticipated in a long time because we have so many different releases and so many different things coming out. Like, you don't tell me that a Topps flagship release is this popular, because it's not. Even this year was a good release and it wasn't this popular. It wasn't even close to this.
No, we've sold a lot of Series 1 baseball, but this hockey thing's a whole nother animal right now. This Connor, like, just being as close to Chicago as we are, this Connor Bedard thing is real. There's people finding out about our store, period, just over looking for this product and getting led here. Like, that's not usual, and especially for a hockey product of all things. You're talking about maybe the fourth biggest sport, and I don't even know if it would be the fourth most popular sport card, because I would assume you have football, basketball, baseball, and then soccer is probably fourth for sports cards, maybe. I don't know if that's right, but hockey does really good here in the store, but it's been crazy.
Don't crazy. You feel like this is like the rebound of the card market? Like, everybody's been kind of on standstill a little bit, right? And like, so you have this anticipation that's built up for something that people can invest their money in. And like, it's been so tough in all the card markets, basically everywhere, except for like maybe really high-end vintage and stuff, right? But most people aren't getting into that when they're just spending hundreds or a few thousand, right? So like, now all of a sudden the return on these boxes is fantastic, right? Like, the numbers that the Bedard rookies are going for is insane. So it justifies. Okay, this is and then you've seen enough of Bedard to understand the level of talent that he has, right? And he's going to have moving forward. So like, hockey talent translates, right? So that's why they can find these guys. They track these guys when they're like 14, right? They have a good idea of, okay, this guy's going to be really good coming up through the ranks. So like, I think people see it as good money right now. So it's like so many. I don't know. So many people had so much money just waiting, and then we have this is tax check season, baby.
Oh, it's true. Yeah.
They timed that right.
Maybe that's why it was pushed back a week at the last minute. No, that's pretty funny. You started to have a really good question, then you kind of got off the rails at the end before you wrapped it up. But I can't really speak to the exact terms of what you were saying. But basically, where the hobby's at least from a business standpoint, is in terms of buying, we buy on recent data. You know what I mean? I don't care what it did a year ago. We're talking about what's going on now. And what I can say is we've bought enough stuff that people have willingly sold to us at a fair price, where we are putting out PSA 10 slabs of base rookies for between $15 and $25. We're talking about Luis Robert, Yordan Alvarez, Pete Alonso, guys of that caliber. Their base cards, Topps Chrome, flagship, like they're rookie cards that people want. We buy those from people and resell them in those price points, and sometimes it's the same price it costs to even grade a card. So we're able to do that. And as a collector, how the hell can you argue with that? You can go buy a PSA 10 Luis Robert complete set for it's the complete set card. It's still a cool looking Luis Robert rookie card from Topps for $15. Like it costs $15 to grade the card with PSA. So, you know what I mean? How do you, of course, I think it's a tremendous time to be a buyer, to be a collector, to be grabbing that stuff up. Yeah, absolutely. Because you can do, that.
I just listed some Pete Alonso Topps Chrome PSA 10s that I've been holding on to forever. But $35 or something. I got them listed for, and that's shipping included on eBay. So it's I think the market on obviously there's so much hype in sports cards, and that money moves around from hype to hype to hype. But Bedard's the guy right now, and I like in baseball. There's some really nice value options for people to invest in right now. And baseball, we know that if a guy has an MVP season this year, his stuff's going to pop off. So who do you like to win the MVP and that maybe people aren't looking at right now? I mean, you can buy some really good stuff really cheap. I sent you guys. I bought those Juan Sotos for nothing. So
was that for all four of them?
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah,
that's what I said. I couldn't believe it.
I was busy doing whatever in the morning with kids and getting ready and invoices and everything popping off. Everybody, like, being on Central Time sucks for running a business. It's like everybody's on the East Coast, so they're ready to rock and roll, and I'm still getting my kids out the door, Like, oh, hang on, gotta get to the store. And then the wife's mad that I'm leaving to get to the store 2 hours before we open. What do you need to do that for? Like, oh, because the UPS dude, is gonna be there, or whatever, whatever it is. Like, gotta go. Love you.
Yeah. So, are you? You got some Bedards?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Are you still buying?
Absolutely. I try to buy everyone I see in the store. I got my if you guys on video platform will be able to see this, not on audio. But I have an O-Pee-Chee yellow plate I just got freshly in from Slovakia. So shout out to the fine folks over there. I couldn't find a business name attached to their eBay store, but they said they were a card shop too. They were really nice. I talked to them. But shout out to those folks over there in Slovakia for getting me a beautiful Bedard printing plate. So, yeah, I got that. I have a Young Guns card. I got a bunch of the O-Pee-Chee stuff. I have a portrait card somebody didn't want, essentially, because I really didn't want it either, but it's one of the cards. So
some of those portrait cards are great. Did you see the Brent Burns one yet by any chance?
I don't know. I don't think so. I just don't. I'm not a fan of them in general.
Yeah,
just not my jam. But I guess for Connor particularly, I'm really only interested in Blackhawk uniform stuff. Like,
yeah,
there's plenty of Team Canada stuff, and the Canadian people will love it, eat it up, absolutely. I'm not Team Canada. Yeah, you know what I mean. So when the national play comes into things, then I don't get to root for Bedard. But when it's the NHL going on, let's go Hawks. So I just prefer the Blackhawk uniform. But like football, I collect more like Notre Dame uniform cards than I do Packer cards. It's just what I like to collect, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, even with Bedard's prices being what they are, and even knowing most things are probably going to continue to go down until they level off, I'm still buying them. Like, I don't care. I'm collecting it. Let me get it now while it's available. I'm not buying the first one I see. You watch it and see kind of where they're at. Like, Young Gun cards right now are selling $750 to $850, pretty steady. Anything under that's probably a really good buy right now. For another day or two. I've seen one sell for $600 on Facebook. I've seen two go for like $650 on eBay. I'm watching it. I'm on it. I'm all over it. Everywhere I'm looking. Who's got them? Want them Dazzlers. I want the Dazzlers, all of them. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But this week we had a homework assignment, and I don't know if anybody did their homework, but
I got mine. I don't know how popular it's going to be.
Mine's going to be awful.
Did you do top 10 or top 5?
I did 10, but I could do 5.
I have enough homework as it is. Didn't need more, but okay.
You can make yours up as we go along, Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny.
It's not that tough.
Yeah, dude.
If you think about it, if you made it up off your head right now, it's probably more authentic anyway.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because it's the first 5 baseball movies that pop into your head are the ones that you know what I mean?
Cool, interesting. So anyway, Pav Daddy wanted us to do our favorite baseball movies.
I wonder if this is all going to go like the same. I don't think it is.
I don't know. So Pav, I guess we'll just go around. Like, I don't know. What do we do? Start at 5 and everybody goes around, or does anybody have any honorable mentions?
Start at number 5 and go. Okay.
Yeah,
I like that.
But I have some. If we're only doing 5, I definitely have some honorable mentions.
Oh yeah. But well, I mean, if you want to start at yeah, okay.
Yeah. So here's definitely one that I don't even think a lot of people know about. It would definitely, I'm not saying it's a terrific movie or anything, but it's an animated movie, and I can get away with watching a baseball movie with my kids. It's called Everyone's Hero. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know about that movie until I had kids, and I stumbled onto it. Good movie about the Babe Ruth days, animated, and it's worth the watch. You could probably trick your kids into watching a baseball movie. Dad tip for everybody out there. But yeah. Just might as well get that one out there. And also, the complete polar opposite of that would be Basketball, because I don't know if that classifies as a true baseball movie, but if it does, that's on my list. But we'll leave it out. That's all I got to say.
As an honorable mention, I'd like to include a TV show that
in a movie list. You hear this, Keith?
Hey, dude, I'm telling you, if you've never seen it, you need to watch it. Called Playing for Peanuts, and it's fucking like fantastic documentary style of a very low end professional team. And it's Wally Backman is the manager. It's right after. Remember, he got hired by Arizona as the manager, and then like got in trouble immediately after, and got fired like 5 days after he got hired. And so a couple years went by, and he ended up okay. This is my return to baseball, and he managed this team, the Peanuts. And they're like a really low end professional team, and it's fucking fantastic. Like if people want to see what real baseball life is like.
Next, nice show mentioned there, Pav.
Dude, have you ever seen it?
No, I didn't know we were doing the show.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, you got to watch it, and then you'll feel differently. You'll be
for
like,
sure,
okay,
absolutely.
okay.
I'm not prepared for.
No, I'm just telling you
about baseball shows. Cool, awesome. I'm here for the movies, Pav. Anybody else want to mention any movies honorably?
There's probably a bunch, but I don't have any. I just looked at 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. I just want to adjust a good family movie, and then the opposite of the family movie. Pav, why don't you start us off with number 5?
Number 5 is a movie that might not be on any of your lists because it's a little bit dated for you guys.
But probably not on mine.
I'm gonna go The Bad News Bears.
The original one.
OG?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Walter Matthau is a fucking fantastic actor. Anything he's ever been in is absolutely fantastic. So
okay, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
For an old timey pick, I'm good with it.
Dude, fucking kids drinking beer and shit is in movies is something you never get to see anymore.
My number 5 is on no one else's list. I would almost be certain of this. And Pav, it's because we're Chicago-ish people, and it's Mr. 3000 with the legend Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
Absolute legend.
I totally forgot about that movie.
Bernie Mac, what a classic. You watch that one tonight, you're gonna go, oh, I'm glad we did the podcast tonight. T-Rex Pennebaker, come on.
That was big when it came out. Remember that? I remember when that came out.
I've watched it this year. That will be on the playlist.
I really love Bernie Mac. Love that guy.
Yeah, dude. It was someone that I was sad we lost too soon, man.
Yeah.
Because he was legitimately funny.
Yeah.
And
no doubt about it.
He was one of those guys that you could fit. He was just getting going, He's really big at the time. It was wild.
Keith, what's number 5 for you?
We're staying in Chicago.
Oh,
this is my number 5.
Oh shit.
Yep. Rogan Schwagenbruiser. Rookie of the year. Just growing up as a kid. This was
number 6 here. Number 6 here.
That's your number 6?
That was my 6.
Fair.
Yep.
Just remembering very few movies when you're a kid. I watched that thing 1,000 times because it was 100%. It was relatable, kinda. You know what I mean? Like none of us could throw 90 miles an hour, but we're like,
100%. That's why it's on the list. I watched that movie a bazillion times. Dude, I don't even really remember it a whole bunch.
Yeah,
funky,
so good.
Funky butt loving.
Yep, that's right.
And I mean, if we didn't get anything else from that movie, that makes it totally worth it. Just funky butt
a great
loving
movie. I love it. I watched it not too long ago again, and I don't regret it.
Kenny, what do you got for 5? Kenny has no idea what he's doing tonight.
It's great. Total disclaimer: I have no idea what I'm doing. I'd say number 5 is probably more. I guess it's recent. I'd go 42.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Chadwick Boseman movie. R.I.P. Chadwick. It's. I don't really have an explanation, but
it's a great movie.
It's a good
love
movie.
That movie.
Yeah.
It was on my top 10 list. We just didn't get 10. So, yep.
Dude, there's so many good baseball movies.
Pav, number 4.
Number 4.
And none of us named the same movie at number 5, so keep that in mind too.
Number 4 is a. I mean, this movie's over 10 years old now, I guess, but I'm going with the all-time classic, Moneyball.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love that movie, dude.
Yep.
Very good.
I'm such a stat nerd. I fucking love that stupid
I'm
movie.
not even a stat nerd, and I love that movie. I like stats. I don't really like analytics. But yeah.
Brad Pitt's awesome in that movie too.
I know.
He's good. Like, people give him a lot of shit. He's good in a lot of fucking movies. Dude.
Yeah, he is. He
So.
is. Good pick.
I like that movie, and like Jonah Hill's good in that movie.
Yeah.
He wasn't. What's funny is like in most of his stuff, he's really over the top character, right?
Yeah.
And like in that movie, he wasn't.
Yeah, he's
He,
just
he
awkward.
was he was just totally subtle.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be the quiet guy, and fucking he did it. So like, good movie.
Yep. I like it. Number 4, also another movie that is probably on nobody else's list.
I think we're gonna
Simply because I love gambling and I love coaching the youth. Going with Hardball at number 4.
And he's staying with the Chicago.
Love
he's
it.
on the fucking Chicago roll.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be all
We're there.
Chicago baseball movies.
Well, it's not an accident, or it's not intentional. It was not intentional. It's just a terrific movie,
dude.
Is it a coincidence that was my number 6?
Oh, that is
I
interesting.
I had it originally at number 1 because I thought it was the greatest growing up.
Oh yeah, great movie.
It was just, little kids cursing the whole time. Keanu Reeves just being Keanu Reeves.
You can't
Right.
do it.
Right.
Can't do it. Baby G, dude. It's just
G baby.
I don't know, man,
That was so sad.
dude.
Damn.
Keith, what's number 4, dude?
Number 4 is probably higher on everyone's list, but not on mine. I have Sandlot.
Ooh, okay.
Sandlot's my 4.
I respect it, dude, because so many people will put it number 1. I don't believe it's number 1.
No one else's number 1 is the same as mine. Guarantee it.
Okay, it's fair.
Yeah.
I hope somebody else's is the same as mine.
We got Michael Kamen in the house. Mike, we are just naming our top 5 favorite baseball movies.
I really like The Rookie, but it's not my top 10.
Okay, so yeah, we'll talk about all the other ones after the fact. But look, he's throwing some names out there. We could talk about them later. For sure.
Bull
I will
Durham-
say this about
Bull
Bull
Durham
Durham.
and The Natural, both in my top 10.
Bull Durham comes in at number 12 on my list because it's a great movie with a terrible plot. Sorry.
Oh, you
it's
fucking
a movie
dude!
about a hooker.
You know what? It's number 1 on a ton of lists.
Yeah,
because it's a
yes.
movie.
It's
Right.
the highest
Spoiler
rated
It's a
one.
movie.
it's a movie, right? It's a good movie, but come on,
dude.
really,
Dude.
come on. Every year I just banged a young hot dude on the team. That's what I do every year. This is what I do, and now I'm gonna have people fight over me. Come on, what are we doing? That's. I want to watch a baseball movie. That's it, you know. So number 12 because it's a good movie.
Goon, and it's the same thing, but hockey.
All right, Kenny, number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah, what do you got? What do you got?
I'll go with. I agree with Pav from the Bay Area. So, fuck John Fisher, and I'll go with Moneyball.
I love when Kenny just.
Kenny has
I
to
love when
pick
he throws
number
shade.
4. Yeah, number 4 so aggressively. He's that aggressive on number 4.
Fuck him.
Oh man,
Dude,
I
that
love
movie made Billy Bean such a fucking superstar too, man.
Yep.
Holy smokes. That guy could do anything he wants the rest of his life, dude. When you
No
think
one
about
knew
like
who
executives, it's like Theo Epstein and fucking Billy Bean, and then everybody else, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking
Like most like casual baseball people probably didn't even know who Billy Bean was before Moneyball.
absolutely not. Number
right.
3,
number 3, Pav.
we're gonna revisit a title that somebody's already stated. My
Okay,
man Keith, The Sandlot,
Okay.
coming in at number 3 for me.
yep, I get it. Trust me, I get it. More on that later. My number 3, also The Sandlot. That's not a coincidence.
I love it. I love it, dude.
Tremendous
Yes.
movie. at this point in time in our life, I think it's an overrated movie. Or
that's fair.
It's not. It's just if you had never seen it before, I think the way people would talk about it might oversell it to you.
Yeah. Right.
It's a great movie.
That's like, which is funny because when I talk about like movies and I rate them for myself, I'm gonna tell you guys, my movies, I rate them on how many times a year I can watch them. Right. So like it's funny for me because all these movies come out and they'll be like fucking Oscar movies and all this stuff. I might watch that movie one time and never watch it again. I don't care if you won Best Fucking Picture. I want to be able to, I base my love for movies on the ability to rewatch them and still get enjoyment from them. Right?
100%.
So they'll be like, oh, this movie, this crazy plot and all this stuff. Well, guess what? Your fucking zany plot, it only works one time. One time. You can only fool me one time. And then I know what's going to happen. So then the movie's not so great anymore. So like, these movies, I watch all of these movies more than once a year. Every single one on my list.
I think that's why I like comedy movies so much. I think you just told me something I didn't even think about.
Yes,
I've never thought about it like that.
You still get that enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once I know it, like I don't want to watch The Green Mile. It's a tremendous movie. But I know how it's forever long.
Once every 10 years or something, right? On something like that.
Right.
I watch Forrest Gump 30 times a year.
Oh,
that's different, right? Forrest Gump. I could be like, oh, that's in my top 10 movies of all time, right?
Yeah.
Because it's such a great plot and everything, and you still get enjoyment from watching it. But that's because it's one of those movies where it's a winner, right? It's not this sad fucking there's sad parts, but he's a winner. He wins in the end. He continually wins.
It's like the Shawshank Redemption,
dude.
How good's that movie,
dude? Fantastic,
so
fantastic.
Good.
Oh, anyway, Keith, what's number 3, dude? We got to get back on topic.
Number 3 is going to be higher on everyone's list. Also, I have Major League.
Oh, come on,
number
dude.
3.
Wow.
Rude.
I'm guessing it's higher on everyone's list, and I don't have a preference. I love 1 and 2. I love both of them. Like I think they're both great in their own way.
What's number 3?
What's number 3?
Yeah,
The Sandlot.
Okay.
Wow, baby.
Yep. Okay.
This is a good mute for Keith.
Yeah,
you got
100%.
three Sandlots here at number 3, and you're like Major League. What the fuck? No.
I'm not even gonna let him defend himself. He could just stay quiet for a minute. It's probably for the best. Yep, bite that lip.
Okay, number 2.
Number 2.
I'm. This is a little bit older movie, but it's one of my favorite movies of all time, The Natural.
Okay.
I mean, there are fucking baseball leagues named after the fictional character from a baseball movie. I'd say that movie's got something to it, you know. But it's that great story for everybody that wishes they had a shot, right? And it's just fantastic. Love it.
It's good. It's a good one. Number 2. Moneyball.
I like it, dude.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I could watch it on a loop.
Yep.
I'm gonna go watch it this weekend.
I watch it a lot.
It's tremendous.
Yeah.
I don't have a complaint about it. It's great.
No. I find watching Moneyball too, I see new things every time. Like new little things that he does and like the acting and stuff.
I love watching a movie for the millionth time and noticing something I never noticed before. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like
dude,
that.
I love that Chris Pratt's in it, and he's just got this is fucking Scott Hatterberg, and now he's like this huge fucking star, right? But at one point, he was Scott Hatterberg and
couldn't even throw a baseball,
dude.
right?
Couldn't throw a baseball.
Couldn't even throw a baseball. Look at him now.
Do I get to do my number 2 or am I banned? It's already been said.
Don't get smart with us. Just
It's
give
already
us
been said.
number 2. What's number 2?
Bad News Bears, baby.
I
The
like
original?
it.
I love both of them for what they are. The first one I saw obviously was the original. My dad was like, just the funniest movie, one of the funniest movies ever made, and he wasn't wrong. For that movie to be that funny that long ago to me is great, because I don't find a lot of the older stuff funny. The only old stuff I find funny was like some of the Saturday Night Live stuff and like Honeymooners. I thought Honeymooners, for being in the 50s and 60s, was hilarious. But Bad News Bears, and then Billy Bob Thornton, I thought his was funny as hell too.
Yeah, that one was hilarious.
Yeah.
Kenny, what you got, dude? What's it
Number
2?
2. All right. I think because it's probably something I watched relatively recently. I forget for what reason.
Just spit it out.
What class? But A League of Their Own.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Another great one.
Number 10 on my top 10 list.
Yeah.
It was in my honorable mention.
Yeah.
But we didn't, I can't mention them all. Pav.
Number 1.
Yeah.
We already know what it is.
Yeah.
I think
an idiot, so we already know what it is.
I think I know what it is, but if it's not, I'm gonna be real mad.
Number 1, Major League.
That's outstanding. That's an excellent decision. Just
Dude,
an absolutely
–
brilliant movie.
Hi, little baby.
Of course, we get interrupted.
All right, but
top tier.
I mean, dude, Tom Bergeron will live in infamy forever because he fucking was in Major League.
You mean Tom Berenger?
Yeah.
What?
Did you say Tom Bergeron? He's not a freaking Canadian, Pav.
What's his fucking name? I'm sorry.
Tom Berenger, and he's been in a lot. He's been in a lot of movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do
I'll tell you,
the other ones matter? They're not on your list.
I mean, one of my top 5 movies of all time, Gettysburg. He played James Longstreet. He's general in the Confederate Army. But
I had to watch fucking Gettysburg in school.
It's getting awkward. I don't know what's happening right now, but
I ruined it.
Great.
One of my favorite movies of all time that has nothing to do with anywhere in Virginia. It is also Major League, so that's my number 1 baseball movie. But that's on my list, man.
So there's a Mr. Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Willie
Mays Hayes.
Dude, he's the only Willie Mays Hayes. That's part of what ruined number 2. But man, what a great fucking movie.
Yeah. I love it. Everything about it. Everything about it. Keith, what's number 1, dude? Come on, go ahead, say it so I can mute you. If you say it, I'm muting you.
You're never gonna guess.
Dude, Randy Quaid. Oh my God.
No.
Okay.
No. We're going back. 90s.
I'm so afraid you're gonna say it.
Angels in the Outfield.
Okay, that's not bad. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's
Angels
fine.
in the Outfield, yeah. I don't know what you were
I
was gonna say.
love Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah.
More than most people probably do.
Yeah,
it's,
dude,
it's all right.
It was cool. Like growing up, I thought it was unreal.
Dude, I love Chris. So like I love Christopher Lloyd. I think he's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Right. And then like Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah,
like he was actually like a child actor who was decent.
Yeah.
And continued to get better and better. I don't know.
Now let's see if I'm muting Kenny.
Oh boy.
What's number 1, Kenny?
Don't say Major League.
That's hard.
He won't get muted if he says that.
He'll just be a follower.
Right. That's true.
I really like Major League. I watched it a few times. We've discussed it in this baseball class I took back at my last school. Really good movie.
So is that what we're going with? What are we doing here?
Major League.
Okay. All right.
League.
You know, the beauty of Major League too is like all of the actors that have little parts in it, and like you see them later on, you're like, hey, that's a fucking guy. So like, remember the janitor from Scrubs was in it.
Oh yeah.
He's we're really fucking suck, man. He's all that little shit, dude, is so funny. The little Asian guys that are doing the lines on the field and stuff, dude. We still suck.
We still suck. Yep.
You know the best part about this whole list?
Oh no.
Nobody. Not a soul in this whole screen. All 8 eyeballs here. Really, we're up to like 12 with the glasses. But no one even mentioned Field of Dreams. So round of applause to all you guys for just having good taste.
Number 6.
That's fine.
I didn't think that. I thought it was boring.
Terrible movie.
I didn't think it was
just awful.
Somewhere between 8 and 10 for me.
Oh, somewhere between 99 and 106 for me. Somewhere way down there. I'll pick out black and white real films to put ahead of that. Just that and Bull Durham were the 2 movies I thought were gonna come up, and I was gonna get physically ill. Because Bull Durham is just a good
8.
movie.
Yeah,
it's just a terrible. It's not a good baseball movie. But Dustin wants to. We got a new question here. You see that? Whoa.
Yes. Do it.
All right. Yeah, I want to. I got the itch real bad.
Oh man, I hope you hit a fucking Young Guns in there, dude.
Yeah, dude. We'll see. There'll be 2 in here.
Live Young Gun.
Yeah.
No one said 61.
61. What?
61 was good. I like it.
Oh, movies.
That's a good movie. It's a pretty good movie, dude.
That wasn't on my list at all.
Did it break down kind of Mantl's life too, and like when he was struggling?
Yeah.
That was good.
Did you ever watch Cobb with Tommy Lee Jones?
No.
That's pretty good. That's like so Cobb actually had an autobiographer, a biographer, right? That was traveled around with him in the end stages of his life, and it's like that movie's about their conversations and stuff.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's fucking Tommy Lee Jones, so
got a Dazzler coming up.
Ooh,
that's all I want is a Bedard Dazzler. Fucking Dylan Larkin. That shit. Of course, I get a Red Wing guy. Oh, Kyle, I got a Dylan Larkin Dazzler.
Oh, Dylan Larkin too.
Congratulations. You can
Nobody mentioned 8 Men Out.
No, we're too busy getting Dylan Larkins. Gross.
Does Kenny know that one? You know that movie, Kenny?
Which one?
8 Men Out?
No, maybe.
No, fuck, dude. You should watch that. That's a pretty good movie. That's with John Cusack and Ray Liotta and some other guys.
That'll be on my
that was great.
Sit around and watch a movie list.
I got a Canvas, but I did not get a Black Sox.
Who's the Canvas?
Michael Granlund.
I'm gonna spend half my salary watching baseball movies.
It's been irrelevant forever.
Ugh. So yeah, that was uneventful. I got a Dylan Larkin Dazzler. I love the Dazzlers. I do not like the Red Wings. So there's that. Yeah,
I was a little surprised because the tins. I think it was the tins that used to come with the die cut, or was that the mega box? Maybe or the giant box or whatever they call it. They used to come with the die cut RC cards. And
I think those are the bigger ones because I've only ever bought tins. Like before I was ever into the hobby at all, I always bought tins.
But we didn't get it. The
Go
tins
ahead.
they didn't have exclusives, right? Like I don't remember getting anything because I remember buying tins, but I don't remember ever getting the Dazzler pack. Like the orange Dazzler pack is pretty cool. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. There's other colors in it too. Like I
Yeah, I
saw
got a red.
red. Yeah, the blue is for the hobby, green is for the blaster.
Okay.
And there's like orange, red, and then pink's rare, but pink's in hobby too.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah. Something along those lines. Trying to get
Yeah.
my Dazzlers down for the Bedard chase. Oh, there's an orange one for 92 right now on eBay. Young
I
gun
think
for 750. It's not the worst price.
I think the orange Dazzlers, because I looked it up right with my dad, because my dad, listen, my man, I have never seen so down. So he got a case of blasters, opened it up, and it started hitting the doubles again of the young guns. And he was just down. The tins show up today when we hit the Bedards. He was like a little kid. He was so happy. It was like the most joyous moment. I felt like when I hit like a card that I really wanted. And then he was just like, "Oh my God, we got it. We got it. We fucking did it." And he was just going nuts the entire time. But those tins, I mean, and they were like, I remember a lot of people were asking you at that card show as far as the value. It seems like the tin is still very good.
That young gun for 750 sold already.
Jeez.
It literally
oh my gosh.
So
dude.
that's how fast it sold. Literally, I told you as soon as it popped up. Gone. That's why I said I've seen two go for 650 instantly, and then I saw someone sell like on a Facebook group for 600. But yeah, anything in that sub 800 range is right now. They're getting scooped up.
All of those Bedards you showed earlier were your dad's. The ones.
Yeah, I pulled one. So yeah, we have these two. If anyone hasn't seen it, I don't know if you can see it really good. This is the actual base one. So we got in 3 tins. We got 2 of them.
What a fine!
Oh my! 2 young guns.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh my gosh!
The ones that Brad likes, the Dazzlers. These are really neat cards.
Sell me it, dude. What he's holding out on me. What is this about?
What's that going?
Give me Pop's number.
What's the Dazzler going for?
I think the recent sale was 75-ish, right around there.
One just got listed for 92 in Canada. So like
9,200?
92 bucks.
$92. Yeah.
No,
which
is they're not crazy money. Like a portrait just got listed for 60. They're like the least desirable.
And the young guns are doing fucking
6. Like you can't post one for under 800 and it's sit there. They're like, selling.
What are the odds on the young guns versus like the Dazzlers and shit?
In a hobby box or in anything, so it's like 3 and 25 in a hobby box because you get 6 young guns in a box and there's 50 in the checklist. So
it's crazy because it's not crazy odds to hit one.
It's basically like one every 2 packs because the blaster boxes say 1, and every blaster I've seen opened in the shop has 2 in it. I got 2 in mine, but they weren't the ones. And then the tins I've seen like 4, 3, and 4 out of all the I think 4 out of all the tins. But yeah, the tins are popping off. Like I saw a dude get a Dazzler and a glossy. I think it was a glossy. He got 2 Bedards he got a checklist. Sorry, he got a checklist and a Dazzler in the same box. So, I mean, or the same tin rather. But yeah, we saw a bunch of them today, bunch of Bedards at the store today. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I want the Dazzlers. They're shiny.
Yeah, he said most expensive base since Bedard in any sport, and I can't think of someone else who's had a base card that is worth that much.
Dustin, we have less than a case of tins, so tins are out, and I raised tins $20 today, so everyone can hate me, but we're still the cheapest. The tins are just the first things that are going to sell out. It's the smartest value for the young gun chase.
Yeah,
no base cards are like that on release.
No,
here's the thing. Time out. just nipping it in the bud right now. The Young Gun card is technically a short print.
Yeah, right.
So it's not
But
a base card.
Okay, so what's his base going for?
Well, he has no base card. This is
he has no base card
in this particular set. His base card, no Peachy's like still like $70 to $100. I haven't looked this week since this drop, but his Peachy base card is a stupid amount of money for what Peachy is.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Peachy. I got all the cards.
Yeah.
Hang on, time on, everybody. We got to stop the show because the chat is upset. Hi, everybody, say hi to Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan's
here. You still have tons. I said no, or tins. I still have some tins, but not many. You get a bunch in every tin, so basically base, but understood. I don't know what that is. But yeah, the base card, the Young Gun card, even though it's not a base card, that's the one you want. It's the one people want. That's the one that sells. We're back now from our hiatus after we greeted Michael Jordan. Send us some rookie cards, please. And I don't know. There is numbered versions of the card, but it's real rare. And then like you can only get the 101 that has the $1 million bounty out of the hobby box.
Dude, I'm buying a lot right now.
Okay.
It's time to buy, sirs.
I've been saying that for a while.
Yeah. It's really time to buy. Anybody that's watching,
it's just good.
Start buying now.
Singles are healthy, man. Wax isn't super ridiculous. I mean, it's never going to be what it used to be. But like baseball's pretty reasonable across the board right now. I mean, it's just a problem of availability because the demand is unreal. And I don't think they're printing more product. Like, go try to find a box of 23 Finest Baseball. Like, just go try to find like some regular mid-level products. They're all sold out. Like, nobody has it because everybody's consuming it. So if it's all getting consumed, the prices can't be too terrible. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, football's pretty wild. Football's kind of absurd. And basketball's okay, but the exclusive thing sucks. But the prices still aren't outrageous.
Football prices have been absolutely insane.
Football's absurd. And I own a store and I sell football products, but it is what it is. Hopefully it's better.
It'll be a good fucking quarterback class.
We'll see. Year. But it's going to be probably another exclusive thing where people are missing autographs and stuff. Got another year of Messi stuff before Topps or Fanatics fully takes over the basketball and football licensing. So once that all settles in, they're like 20-year deals, I think. I'm not saying, I'm not saying anything, but they'll put some stability at least, and for the consumer, I hope it's really good. They're doing like the buyback program, tremendous. And then they just announced that they're doing the buyback program for Topps Chrome UFC, which is tremendous. That's going to get people just interested in UFC. Even if they're not big in the cards, just, hey, I can get some buyback credit at the shop or whatever if I open this particular product. No problem. Most products don't have base cards that are worth $20. So if there's a promotion or something going on, it's more reason to do some more hobby stuff. Like, I don't know. It's great. It's
very
great.
smart.
Some people don't like it. Like, I've heard store people complain about it because they don't want to put up the money or whatever it is, but like, gets people in your store. It gets, I don't know, it's like good business, I guess. I don't have no problem with it. I like it. We took in somewhere around like 7,000 or 8,000 in buyback cards from Topps Chrome. I mean, and we snuck in, like we weren't even supposed to be allowed to participate because we had just opened. So I like it. I hope they keep doing it. And, it's still like, but to your point, even with this incoming quarterback class, we could be in for another rocky year of licensed rookie autographs.
Do they give you credit or do they send you a check?
I mail the stuff to them with the list. They count it, make sure it's accurate. They send you like confirmation, and then it's like a direct deposit.
Yeah, that's a good deal for the fucking hobby shops, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, to like help move product.
I mean, technically, so here's the thing they told us when I did the last onboarding thing, because we're allowed to do it indefinitely now. We're like pre-approved to do all buyback for the future. But they told us that you didn't have to spend, or the customer didn't have to spend that credit on anything in particular. It was for the hobby shop, like anything in your store. But I think, and I'm not trying to predict the future, I think you might see a point in time where the program turns into like you must redeem for Topps branded products. Perhaps you might see something along those lines. I don't know. But either way, yeah, no, it's a great store. It's a great program for the stores, and all it costs us is a few minutes of time in terms of prepping a shipment and whatever the postage is. Big deal. Big deal. That allows people to buy more things in your store that they would normally not buy. Have people bring in like $600-$700 worth of buyback cards and walk out with like one guy bought a whole case of Topps Chrome Update Hobby from me. Like they're only $6 cases, but he spent like $70 cash and got just from his collecting over the summer. Yeah, right. Like how do you argue with that? So I mean, I'm not a businessman. I just don't mind putting the money up front for the consumer. It doesn't take us too terribly long to recover it. And, I'm not a very rich business person saying that. So if I can manage doing it at the scale that I'm at, I think everybody should be able to.
It's going to be interesting because it'll really drive up the value of those players' fucking cards, like on eBay and shit. As the year goes on, if you're like, oh, yeah, this guy's winning the fucking MVP, right? So all of a sudden his stuff starts selling more and more on eBay. It's going to be interesting, dude, to see how it really, like, long-term affects the hobby.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's cool. I like it. I've just heard some, like, some people say they don't like it, and I don't understand that. Like, people in my position. I don't get it. What else we got? Noel V. Marte suspended. Must run in the family. Steroids, Marte. Noel V. Marte. They got to be family members. I didn't even look it up. Somewhere along the cheating line.
No way.
Cousin, some
100%. Double.
He's Dominican, right?
I think so.
I don't know what that has to do with anything, but sure. I have no idea. I really don't. I'm not prepared to answer that. I just know that steroids and Noel V or no play me Marte now because he's suspended. I don't have a better clever name than that. But 80 games not happening. Reds in shambles. And Joey Votto signed with the Blue Jays today. So that's interesting to see.
I didn't know. Did you know the ban also you can't play in the postseason?
Correct.
Is that part of the steroid thing?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's basically cool. You're just straight up disqualified from playing.
Tatis couldn't have played in the playoffs last year?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because if it was still that year, or was it the year that you get? No, it has to be first eligible to season. I just saw that it said if they make the playoffs this year, he's ineligible.
Huh. All right, then.
Sorry, Reds.
Yeah. That's about the only other thing I had of note outside the Blackhawks finally snapping their 22 road game losing streak this week earlier against Coyotes, where they scored 4 power play goals. It was incredible. It looked like they actually knew what they were doing. But other than that, it's been tough to watch.
The NHL's been tough to watch. Bending cap rules. I mean, Vegas ends up with, your best player making $11 million a year just so happens to go on long-term IR at the same time every year. Just Tampa did the same thing. These guys go on long-term IR. That money doesn't hit against the cap in the playoffs, so they come back first game of the playoffs. So Mark Stone for Vegas will be back first game of the playoffs. There'll be $1 billion over the cap at that point, but it doesn't count against them when you're in the playoffs. So they bring in all these guys, like they signed. I forget who they got today. Tomas Hertl. They picked up today, and it's like this team should never be able to afford Hertl. He's a I wouldn't say a superstar, but he's a star player.
He makes money.
He may have played for the worst team in the NHL.
Can we move on from Hertl to the Knights? Like, I don't want to talk about it.
No, they're not the worst team, dude. The standings say otherwise. The Blackhawks traded Beauvillier yesterday too, so they're getting worse too, just like the Sharks.
Anthony Beauvillier.
I watched one game the other night, and it was just horrific.
Watching the two teams, I still think I would rather.
So we're being set up right now. You guys want to get set up live on air?
The Sharks played a
Yes.
Blackhawks.
Yes, I do.
Have you guys seen the new feature in MLB The Show? You guys seen it?
Yes.
No.
This guy wants to know if we have the balls to comment on women in the new MLB The Show game. You want my comment? Is that what you want from me? You want a comment? The comment is this. It's a video game.
I agree 150 million%.
It's not even a real thing.
Exactly what I was going to say. It's not the first video game to do it. It's been done before. It's been done since fucking.
Does anyone remember Backyard
Nintendo.
Baseball?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Backyard
Baseball. It was
Baseball.
done on the NES.
What are we doing?
Done on the NES.
Who cares?
So like the
Next.
On the ability of women to make the MLB, not going to happen anytime soon. It's the video game. It's a video game. Let them dream, baby.
It's a game.
Hey, you ever put your own name on your fucking jersey in a video game? You ain't no pro, baby. You're in the game. What's it matter?
NHL's been doing it for a while.
WNBA got the license to be in 2K for the last 5-6 years, I think. It's not the not
This guy's on fire tonight. Here we go. Pav Daddy, I want to hear.
Oh,
do you
boy.
see?
I said on this podcast.
Here we go.
On this podcast last off season, I said if I was the Bears, I would have traded Fields last off season and drafted both quarterbacks. I would have drafted Bryce Young and fucking CJ,
Stroud.
CJ Stroud. And I would have had a better quarter. Listen. The funniest thing is like Bears fans are delusional. They're delusional. I see people. Listen, this is how they comment on fucking Facebook post. I swear, this is how they comment. Fields is a winning quarterback. Winning quarterback means you win games. What the fuck does that comment mean? How is he a winning quarterback? He's never won anything. I don't understand it at all. It blows my mind. It kills me. My little brother's like the hugest fucking Bears fan. And me and my older brother gave him shit for the last few years about Fields because we saw it right away. I saw it with Trubisky. They just keep doing it. It's so awful. Dude, when Trubisky was interviewed by Gruden, they had that thing on ESPN.
Oh, that is so funny.
He didn't know what a hard count was. You're going into the NFL. You don't know what a hard count is, and you still draft. You moved up to draft that guy. Like, who the fuck is running this team? Did you not see the video where he didn't know what a hard count is, and he's going to be your guy? No.
That video is so funny. That Gruden video is so fucking funny.
The thing is like, would I draft Caleb Williams number 1? I don't know. But I would.
What a cop-out answer.
Listen, Caleb Williams, is he better than Fields? Yes. Jaden Daniels, is he better than Fields? Yes. Drake May, is he better than Fields? Yes. Is Michael Penix better than Fields? Yep. Bo Nix better than Fields? Yup. So the reality
Guaranteed
is
one of those guys won't be better than Fields, and I'm a Packers fan.
100. I don't.
Go on, Pav.
I'm saying you could trade the first pick, right? You could trade the first pick and still draft a good quarterback, somebody that has a much higher ceiling than Fields. So like, I don't know, man. It fucking kills me, but I don't evaluate NFL guys like fucking, I don't watch that much college football. I watch Notre Dame. So I got to see Caleb Williams play against Notre Dame, and that was one of his worst games that he had all fucking
I remember
year.
So, it was
like,
terrible.
For me, it's no fair for me to be like, oh, well, I wouldn't. And that's the thing is like most of the people in Chicago are like, oh, don't draft him because he had a bad game against, you know what? Peyton fucking Manning had bad games in college. Fucking Tom Brady had bad games. They all do. They all do. It happens. It's, I'm amazed. You look at just like evaluating anybody, you look at guys' fucking physical attributes and what their strengths and weaknesses, and you just hope that you're. But I think there's like 5 quarterbacks in the draft that are already better than Fields. So I wouldn't even if you could parlay. And the funny thing is, these fucking people, they'll be like, "Oh, the Bears' offensive line, the Fields would have had it if you." Dude, that narrative is so old. If you go look, the Bears were number 4 in fucking pass drop back pancakes in the whole league. So I all of a sudden your line is actually one of the best, but people don't realize that because Fields doesn't know how to use a fucking NFL pocket. And that's the difference between a lot of really good quarterbacks is the ability to understand how a pocket moves based on the fucking formation you have. And you move with the pocket and you fucking have to make. He's just bad. He doesn't think fast enough is his biggest problem. He doesn't think fast enough at all. So it's funny because everybody's like, "Oh, Atlanta wants him." People were saying that they were going to get a number 1 draft, a first round draft pick for Fields in trade. Like, nope. It's insane. I think now why they haven't moved him yet, people don't even want to give up a 3rd round for him.
They're not. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. My guy. I would love Penix if his knees weren't fucking trash. So based on that, I don't know who I'd go with, but I like Penix. I think is actually the best quarterback in the class, but he's had fucking 2 knee injuries. I'm sorry, dude. You got me going. You knew where that was going.
I'm legit amazed of how delusional Chicago Bears fans are to think 11-29 is a winning record.
Dude,
is that Fields' record?
That is Fields' record.
That's terrible.
So that's all I was going to say.
His career.
I don't care what they do, and I get the Bears thing is he's had all these coordinators and coaches and all this, and I tell everybody that comes in the store, at the end of the day, if you're a quarterback in the NFL, you're one of the most you have to be one of like the top 50 most confident people on earth.
Yes.
Like, to be the quarterback of a National Football League team, to be the man, literally the man, at a certain point, you cannot make excuses as to why you're not winning a game. And as a franchise, you can't continue to let a guy run out there week in and week out if he's not getting the results. That team, however good or bad that team is, without Justin Fields, Tyson Bagent won a game under center this year.
He legit has a winning record.
So
Tyson
he's won
Bagent
multiple
has him.
games.
He's 2-1.
So yeah, that's my point to all the people that say it's off. Fields can't do this, can't do that. He hasn't been given this opportunity or that, or he's had different staffs and this and that. No name, absolute afterthought. Tyson Bagent won 2 games under center. That's my whole point. Fields, at some point, if you are the man, you have to put the team on your back as the quarterback. If Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time because of all of his Super Bowls and all that bullshit, which I don't think he is, but if he is, and that's the popular argument and that's the popular thought, that he's the greatest of all time, if that's your thought process as a football fan as to what makes you great, then Justin Fields cannot be your guy. Because how many games does he get to lose before you go, oh, yep, he's a winner? Oh, he's a loser right now. He's literally a really bad loser at that. He's not even remotely close to being a winner. And it's not a lack of weapons or any of this or any of that. It's just he's not putting the team on his back and carrying them to victory. If the line is as good and factually based as Pav Daddy said that it is, then he is 100% the problem, and it can't be the scheme. If he's got all that time to throw back there and he can't make the right reads, and other than hitting DJ Moore on a go route, I mean, I don't know. I don't care. I really don't. But I hear all the arguments living where we live. At the end of the day, you got to win games. You're paid to win. It's business. It's business of winning. And I mean, the Bears are going to be the Bears. It's like they're cursed to just be mediocre at best. They lost their identity when they fired Lovie Smith. That's the day. The Bears have not been the same since they fired Lovie Smith after going 10-6. They quit trying to be a defensive-minded football team, which was tremendous for where they are and where they're located and where they play. They lost that identity. Went and got Canadian Tressman guy to go play on a 120-yard football field and try to stretch the field and make plays and who knows what. Try to become this offensive-minded team, and ever since then, that's not it. They're not. It's never happened. That and they suck at drafting. I mean, it's just so blatantly obvious. They're just the worst drafting franchise of all time. I mean, what they drafted Kevin White, like 7th overall. That dude broke his leg and like never played a game for you guys. You passed on Mahomes to draft a guy who doesn't know what a hard count is. I mean, I love it. Just let them Bears draft, baby. I don't care who they draft number 1. He ain't going to be shit. Like, period. It's a wrap. They draft Caleb Williams, biggest bust of all time. They draft Marvin Harrison Jr. He's never going to live up to his daddy's name. I mean, it doesn't matter. Whatever they do, they're damned if they do. They're damned if they don't. They're the Chicago Bears. They stink. Go, Pack, go. Even Jordan Love stepped in and continued ownership of the Chicago Bears. So that's really all I have to say about that. And anybody got anything else tonight?
Gosh dang it! Where do I put this? I have a picture for you here.
Pulling up data and
dude
stats. And,
I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm working.
I'm doing
I'll tell you though.
eBay.
I'll tell you though. So on ESPN,
Orange Dazzler, $74. I'm buying it.
The pass block win rate. Okay. Pass block win rate, Chicago Bears offensive line, number 5. Run block win rate, number 2.
What's 110 Canadian?
So, like, how is this a bad
something.
offensive line if they're fucking winning? It's ridiculous. So I don't know. They people just want to continually make excuses for why their team sucks, and I don't know, dude. It's just bad. It kills me. I want them to be good. I want the Bears to be good. I love watching the Bears when they're good. When they're bad, I don't care to watch fucking football at all.
I liked watching the Bears when they played defense. Like, tell me, like Briggs and Urlacher and like Tillman. Like Tillman was my favorite cornerback to watch.
Oh my god,
that dude punched the ball out with that dude made more people fumble than anything. And like ball security is like the number 1 rule of football. You hold on to the damn ball. Like, that's it. And then Peanut was just like, hey, what's up, dudes? Gotcha. I saw that a lot with Amon Green and his little elbow rubber pads towards the end of his career. He was so good, and then he got so bad. Oh, I hate the Bears.
There was a time when they actually would beat the Packers every now and then, but it only lasted for what, 3 years maybe.
Man, that what was it? 4 years ago or so, that opening Sunday night game, the Bears Packers, like the first game of the season, and Aaron Rodgers went out at halftime, and you guys were just spanking our ass by like, I don't know, 20, 21 or so. It was ugly, 17 or 21 at halftime. Rodgers came out, and they scored on every single drive in the second half. And then they did him with the post-game interview, and he was on so many painkillers and so zoinked out of his mind.
Oh, my God.
And they're like, well, Aaron, what was wrong with you? He's like, my knee. You could just see it in his face. That was such a great game. I'll never forget it. Yeah, the Bears. That's like the chat was talking about the Bears-Cardinals game. The one that lives in infamy.
Mike Brown.
But the Bears got the better of that deal. I remember watching that too. That was a Monday night game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A Sunday night game. It was a night game. It was a night game.
And then they did the same thing the next week versus the 49ers or something.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row. Mike Brown, overtime. Fucking interception and run back for a touchdown.
It's like the old Hasselbeck game on the Seahawks Packers in the playoffs. They like won the coin toss. He's like, we won we want the ball. We're gonna score.
Oh my God!
We're gonna get the ball. We're gonna fucking score.
Oh yeah,
Ooh, that was bad.
First play of the half or
Ouch.
overtime.
Terrible.
You guys got anything else you want to add? You guys, anyone?
Buy baseball cards now. Okay. Don't wait. Don't wait. Buy Juan Soto. Buy Mike Trout. Buy Aaron Judge. Buy all of them. Buy them.
You're gonna buy me one, Pav? No, just kidding.
What's that?
Buy Kenny a baseball card. Everybody buy Kenny a card.
Yeah. You go ahead and post your home address there, Kenny, so people can ship them to you.
That's right. All right, guys. We'll be back whenever Pav schedules us a new show to do. So,
hey, we got baseball in less than 3 weeks, baby.
Yeah, so we got to get a preseason prediction show going on here soon. So look forward to that. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you, like I said, whenever Pav tells us we're doing a show. Peace.